Still looks like he wants to pull off something spectacular.
Let's go!
And we're away. Oh, straight away, they engage.
Yeah, this is what Y2K expected. He knew that Wada did not want to stand and bang with him. He was going to get nice and tight immediately and test the wrestling of Y2K.
Y2K with his back up against the cage then. What can he do about that? He's all tied up at the moment.
Yodkaikaew has a very good clinch. He's very experienced inside that clinch, but let's see how it transitions into mixed martial arts. Wada's very tricky here. You can see how he has his hands clasped together up top, and those knees from Y2K enabled him to separate those hands.
Now Wada a couple of times tried to get that right leg behind Y2K's left leg. He's locked up against the circle wall there, not giving him any room. Nice uppercut inside from Wada, and now he works to the body.
Wada's so tricky inside that clinch, utilizes the uppercuts very well, works the body. Y2K's in for a definite test here tonight.
Yeah, his face has just been buried in his opponent up until a couple of seconds ago. He's back up against the circle post now. Knee to the side of the body. What else can he do though here, Mitch, Y2K, to spin this man around and take advantage of the position somehow?
You can see the underhooks that Wada is utilizing enable him to kind of stay in this position and control the upper body of Y2K. Y2K needs to start digging for those underhooks or maybe go into a Muay Thai clinch just so he can get the head control of Wada. Because if you're watching carefully, you can see how Wada uses his head to control the posture of Y2K. See, now Y2K's trying to drop his head underneath the head of Wada just so he can have that little bit of control.
Actually, he's been in that position for some time now. We rarely see his face. You only see that shock of blue hair, trying to get his head underneath the chin. Sometimes if you can control the head, even in this position, you have some control over the body, even though clearly Wada here has the advantage. Still continuously pressing his opponent up against the circle wall. And now he's got him locked in to where that post is now. Very little movement available for Y2K.
Oh, look at this, sneaks around, gonna use that arm triangle setup to take the back of Y2K. Now Y2K is gonna have to carry all that weight of Wada. Wada loves this position. This is the exact same thing that he got DJ with. See how he has the body triangle and he takes that leg and he grapevines it around? That's what he was able to use to sweep out the support leg and take the back of Y2K. But Y2K's spinning around. He's trying to go chest to chest with him.
Pretty tight there between the legs though. Hasn't got much room to spin around. Not unless Wada makes a big movement with him from right to left there. It's a very tight leg lock around his waist.
Yeah, he's got that body triangle. It's going to make it difficult for Y2K to breathe, but it's also the grapevine that he's using on the other leg.
It's locked in, isn't it?
So Y2K's not really able to utilize that right leg to spin or to turn.
Yeah, Wada's left foot there just locking underneath Y2K's right leg. Free now, although he's trying to get it back, but for a moment they're absolutely locked in.
Wada might be able to use this to get mount, but I think he just wants to keep this back position. You can see Y2K's trying to turn into him, but again, that kickstand that grapevine that he's got right there is preventing Y2K from turning.
Just can't spin around, can he? The very best he can do is just turn from the waist up, trying to turn and face him, but he can't actually spin his entire body around. That is a very tight lead lock.
1 minute.
Having a think maybe about the RNC. He's a long way from it at the moment, although things can change very quickly in that position. He's quite high up on Y2K's body. Is that an easier position to get that rear naked choke in?
It's a little bit harder because you kind of have to reach down, so it makes it easier for Y2K to be able to defend it, but Wada's still very tricky and very dangerous in this back position. And as the seconds tick down, you might see Wada maybe transition to something else rather than just hold the back position here.
We're inside the final half minute of this opening round. 3 5-minute rounds, mixed martial arts, and Wada digs a couple of elbows into the side of Yodkaikaew's head.
Man, those elbows gave me a headache.
Well, you might get an even bigger one because there's more coming to the top of that blue head. Sends an elbow back, Y2K as well. It's just about all he can do from that position. That bell will come as the bell. Swing and a miss from Y2K. Got those hands held high. Get that head tucked in beneath them. Slightly more relaxed stance from Wada. The hands can drop down even as low as the waist. Well, just dips in a nice little short right hand there, Wada.
Yeah, that's how Wada likes to enter into that clinch. He uses that right hand just as a setup, just to get close so he can tie you up. Now we gotta see Y2K create a little bit of separation. But these underhooks, see how he's got that underhook on that right side?
Once again.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to strike his way out of that clinch.
Spent so much time in a position where he had a little freedom to do anything. Y2K will just appreciate a restart here in the second round. And another opportunity to show us what he can do. With that right hand and right leg forward.
You can see very big moves coming from Y2K. He's a big move kind of striker. Everything he throws is with some heat.
When he was looking for that big left hand, he sent it up and then down, but Wada just dipped out of the way. Nice kick to the inside of the lead leg.
Now he's having some success when he keeps Wada away from him. He can land these big shots, but I think Wada is just waiting, just trying to find that opening so he can get into that clinch and work his way back into the mat grapple.
There it is again, Mitch. As you said, from distance, he's got more scope, hasn't he? The Thai man to just send in that kick to the inside of the lead leg. Missed that last time, but certainly made a connection the time before. There it is once more. It comes at him quickly. Wada can't back out of it. Just enough time to get his hands up in the way when he lifts it up there. There's little he can do when Y2K targets the legs.
Just big swings thrown by.
Oh, well, he was a little inaccurate with it that time. You can hear a difference in the noise. Instead of a slap, you can bet he still feels the effects of that. It'll affect his timing. It'll affect his ferocity. But he's got to put it to the back of his mind and employ the years of practice. In bringing himself back up to a position of advantage. And here he is pressing Y2K up against the circle wall, much as he did in the first round.
Yeah, Wada inside that clinch is just so dominant, especially when he gets that underhook. He's just able to twist and turn his opponents down to the ground. That's exactly what happened here. Now, Wada's very aggressive when it comes to ground and pound. He likes to get his position first before he starts letting go of the ground and pound. So expect him just to get Y2K into that perfect spot, back flat on the ground, and then start letting go of the ground and pound.
Y2K on his side, the base of his back up against the circle post there.
Full defense.
You can see Wada's trying to drive down that left shoulder, and Y2K is doing everything possible to keep that shoulder from hitting the mat because he knows if your back is flat, you're in trouble.
Everything possible does not include gripping the circle wall with your toes. Mohammed Sulaiman just warned him about that. Back up to their feet, and a smattering of applause from those gathered at circle side. It takes a strong man to do that when your opponent's full, or at least most of his weight is leaning on you, trying to keep you down. Inside the final minute of the second round. Wada looking to see the best way that he can clasp those hands around that broad back of Y2K. All the while, though,
it's a good job by Y2K just to hang on the left arm of Wada and utilize the underhook on his left side to kind of just control that position. But Wada's so tough inside that clinch. He knows exactly how to maneuver just to gain the advantage in these draining clinch positions.
They've both been exchanging knees, which certainly doesn't make it any less draining. Knees to the body, to the base of the rib cage. That one really unprotected rib at the bottom
10 seconds.
really is exposed to those knees as they come up. Still looks like he wants to pull off something spectacular. Wada, on the other hand, looks focused for sure, and both men, I think, still have plenty still left in the tank.
You can see Wada's trying to enter into the clinch with that right hand. Y2K was wise to it. He knew it was coming. He was able to sidestep his way off.
Just standing off each other now for the moment. Seeing if they can pick their punch, pick their kick. Oh, they both picked a punch there. The right hand came from Wada, and then over the top, the big left hand from Y2K. Yodkaikew fakes, and Wada steps back. Nice little knee. Just touching that lowest rib that I was talking about earlier on.
You can see Wada trying to dig for double underhooks. He's trying to take his left arm and get underneath the right arm of Y2K, but Y2K is using his left hand to hold it and control it, so Wada's not able to get that hand under there and do one of his twisting takedowns again.
It's all about control of Wada's left arm at the moment. Will he get his way with it, or will Y2K just fend it off? I think Y2K is actually looking up at the big screen.
Stop. Injury time. Okay. You want to?
Let's see what's happened. It may
think
be
it
another groin shot.
Yeah, I think it was just a straight knee in the clinch, and it caught Wada in the groin, but he's... Wada looks frustrated. Y2K looks frustrated because he's poking at his leg, saying he hit him in the thigh. Let's take a look at it again, see what actually happened.
From this angle, we may get a better look at it. Yeah, doesn't look, from that angle at least, it doesn't look as if there's much doubt that it was another foul blow.
Well, it kind of went laterally, so it could have kissed the cup and then went into the thigh, but you know, you never know.
That's still contact, I guess.
The only guy that really knows.
A glancing blow, it's still contact.
Wada's the only guy that really knows what happened there, so.
Go!
So they resume. And Wada may well feel, as he just receives a big left kick, he may well feel that if he can just keep out of trouble, that he's won this. But that would be a dangerous game to play with fully 3 minutes left here.
That was a beautiful little redirect from Y2K. He was just able to take that oncoming momentum and sweep him off to the side. That's classic Muay Thai right there.
Y2K swinging that left leg to the left knee of Wada. And Wada drives him back once again, looking to press his opponent up against the circle wall for the umpteenth time. Lifts that left leg off the ground, gives up on it, attacks the upper body. See if he can just get his man off balance that way.
Wada did a beautiful job of entering into that clinch with the right hand and snapped the head back of Y2K.
And in this position, Mitch, Y2K has to be careful with these knees. These are clearly landing on the inside of the thigh, and there was one to the outside of the right leg as well, but he's got to be accurate with these, because one more stray knee and surely he'll get a warning. A warning that could mean a points deduction.
Yeah, Wada, you know, Y2K has, you know, eaten up that lead leg of Wada. You can see how the red knee is starting to develop on that left leg of Tatsumitsu Wada, and that's just from those leg kicks and the knees.
Oh, I think Wada actually landed a foul blow there.
Injury time. Go back there.
Yeah, it was indeed that way.
You can continue, or you want to continue, or you want to...
I think actually that Y2K is not sure whether he was being accused, but he certainly did get struck there, and he's okay with it. Good refereeing, I must say, from Mohammed Sulaiman, because he saw the contact, but I don't think Y2K was particularly bothered about it. So much so that he even thought maybe he was being warned again for landing a foul blow himself.
Wada's got that jousting right hand, and he steps forward with his right leg to enter into the clinch. It's definitely his bread and butter shot. He's trying to close the distance and work his way into the clinch and just kind of eliminate the distance that he's at right now, because this is where Y2K is starting to touch him up.
Inside the final 90 seconds. It's been a grueling affair from these two. Hard work.
Let's go action.
Hard blows landed from close quarters. Grappling to really take it out of you. Referee calling for action. But they have at times kept their distance in the center of the circle, looking to just exploit an error, a lapse in timing.
What, guys, what?
For the most part, it seems to me that Wada has been the one who's been able to take advantage of that. Look at that red mark on Wada's lead leg, midway up the thigh there, as once again, Y2K just brushes it.
Let's go, last 30 seconds, let's go!
Oh, that's not done it.
But that's
Any
scoring
good either.
too, Steve.
Yeah, of course.
That leg kick is scoring over and over again, and it's also showing superficial damage, which is a very high category in the global rule set.
It's a wonder that Wada can move so fluidly. He's only got another 7 seconds or so to do that, though. And then he can sit down and rest it, because that'll be sore tonight and tomorrow morning, I can tell you. Good sportsmanship. It was always the way, despite the foul blows. Here's Dom Lau with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match was presented to you by Myanmar Airways International. And now, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. Judge number 1 calls this contest in favor of the blue corner. Judge number 2 calls this contest in favor of the red corner. And judge number 3 calls this contest in favor of your winner by split decision. From the